Hello everyone, my name is Vince. Welcome to Yin Yoga. For this class, you'll need props like your bolsters and blocks. Please come into a comfortable seated position. We'll take a few moments so that we can turn inwards. Treat this practice of Yin as a balance to your Yang. There's a place and a time for everything. We try to find stillness, calmness. We'll try to yield, be passive, and relax in this practice. Yoga is and will never be a competitive sport. It is more about inward awareness. Getting to know ourselves. Getting connected with ourselves. We try to balance all the superficial things in our lives with deeper, essential, and more important aspects within. We will come into poses, and we will use the poses to get into our body, so that we can cultivate inner calm, serenity, mindfulness. We try to improve the chemical reactions in our body, try to shift from the toxicity of stress to good chemicals, from relaxing our nervous system. We'll try to destimulate our overstimulated nervous system. Try to release negativity. And we'll try to practice with attention and intention. What can you notice about your body, your breath, the heartbeat? Can you place your hands on your mat? And can you try to step your feet on the mat? We'll come into a squat. Can you try to place your arms behind the knees, in between the calves and the hamstrings? This should be very therapeutic for your knees as we come into this squat that is believed to be very good for the colon, very good stress for our knees. Just try to relax here. Your hands can meet if that is possible. Just notice. Just feel. Just relax. And as we become more body aware, we can get to know our body. And try to distinguish good, bad, neutral, maybe even harmful sensations. Just try to observe the body. Feel, notice, be aware of the effects of the postures on our body. Slowly, try to lean forward a bit. Try to release the arms back on the mat, the hands. Place the fingers on the mat. Can you try to push your body, push the hips? As you come into a forward fold, you may bend the knees if needed. Just feel the stretch on the whole back side of the body. You don't have to straighten the legs. Just try to relax, try to soften. Notice how the stress and tension has shifted from the insides of your legs now on the back of your legs. Just notice the breath. Notice the body here. On your next breath, we'll slowly bring our hips down. We'll come again on our squat. You can leave the hands in front of you on the mat, or you can bring the hands together in front of your chest, and the elbows are touching the inside of the knees. Feel the stress on the inner legs. This pose is believed to be very good for digestion, for the digestive system, for the excretory system, for the liver, the kidneys. A lot of human beings go to the bathroom in this way. Notice how it opens up the tissues of your inner groin. Just try to relax. If you need support here, you can also try to sit on a block. Nothing that you need to be too hard on your body or on yourself here. We do this to improve our health, to improve our body. As you stay here in this uncomfortable position, try to see how you can find happiness, contentment, joy in your lives. Just to replace any negativity which is very toxic, not just to our body, but to our minds and hearts as well. Slowly place your hands on the mat. Now gently, can you just try to extend your legs to the right side? You can lean on your hands. You can also place a block under the hips, and you're going to feel a very intense stress and stretch on the inner leg. Try to relax the feet. Try to relax your legs here. Notice the lengthening on the whole right leg and the compression on the left. A strong foundation in our life is our intention. It's good to be conscious and really examine our intentions. Our intentions create our destiny, our direction. It determines where we end up in our lives, what we do with our time, what we do with our body. Whatever it is we believe will dictate and will really determine our thoughts and how we live our lives. and ultimately how we will treat each present moment. Feel the sensations in your body. Notice the mind, notice the heart. We cannot think differently to what we believe. Whatever we believe, we think. And how we think really determines how we feel. And our thoughts determine the reactions in our body. Slowly and very, very carefully, we're going to try to walk the right foot closer to us. Try to come into our squat again. So everything is connected, our thoughts, our emotions, the chemical reactions in our body, how our body will feel. Slowly, with the support of our hands on the mat, we're going to extend the left leg out to the sides. Feel the stress on the inner legs. Again, if you need to try to sit on a block or two, it's fine. Listen to your body and what you need. What's important here is that you feel that stretch on the inner leg. Nothing that you need to force here. Nothing that you need to really be too serious about. Just relax. The discomfort may be inevitable in this practice, but it is really up to us to suffer. Try to use this time as a moment for awareness. Being aware of all the inner workings, the sensations, the voices, beliefs, thoughts, judgments, patterns, everything that makes us human. Now slowly and very carefully, we're going to walk our hands towards the right side, and we're going to lift the hips, and then we're going to try to place that left knee on the mat as we come into what we call dragon pose. You can try to move the blocks under the hips if you want support. So you can explore your dragon here. You can have a prop under the hips, a prop or two. And then you can try to walk the hands closer to you, maybe place the hands on top of the knees. Try to see if the left knee can move a bit more back. And try to notice how the stress is shifting from different parts of your legs, the inner legs, the back of the legs. This time now the front of the hips. Just continue to notice your breath. Notice your body. Notice the energy that you put out. It's always good to be aware of not just how we feel, but how our presence makes others feel by the energy that we emit. And it's always good to be intentional and deliberate in how we carry ourselves, how we use our emotions, how we speak, how we touch, how we are. There are many relationships. Our relationship with ourselves, how what we do, what we think makes our body feel, and also the effects that we have on other people, how what we say, what our body language is communicating, how it makes other people feel. And it always has a positive or negative effect. And it's good to be aware of this. Please, you can place your hands on the mat. Perhaps on the inside of the right foot. You can remove the block from under the hips as you gently come down on your forearms. If you have bolsters, you can place it under your body, and you can even rest your chest, rest your head on the bolster. Come into this resting position. To find some support in the middle of the discomfort, the challenge of this dragon pose. Notice your breath and notice your body. Notice how you feel. Our bodies are all different, so what would work as support for my body may not necessarily work as support for yours. So you can add props, you can reduce props, you can use as many props as needed. You can support your forehead with another set of props. What's important here is that you're feeling the stress in front of your left hip. Just notice and feel and relax. Relaxation is an important element of this practice. As part of our intent, you can be in the same yin poses, but bring in a more intense yang intent. Just try to relax the feet, try to relax the legs. Try to relax your back, try to relax your shoulders. Take an inhale. Can you energize your hands and your arms? Walk the hands closer to you. Can you push your bolsters further up in front of you? And then can you walk your right foot towards the left side, behind the left hand? Can you try to rest your legs in front of you? Your right leg, the right knee behind the right hand, the right ankle behind the left. Can you slowly walk the hands away from you? Come down on your forearms. Rest your chest, rest your head on the prop. You can gaze towards the right shoulder or towards the left. Or maybe rest your forehead on the bolster, and feel now the stress on the outer right thigh. So notice how we're really targeting the legs, the hips. We're trying to use these postures to improve the health of your tissues. I would suggest for you to not just use this time to work out your body, but also try to work out the mind, work out the heart. There are a lot of things that we have to untangle in our being, not just our tissues, but also all the issues that we carry in our hearts and minds that somehow tend to get twisted and try to make us suffer more. Life is and can be simple once we're able to iron out a lot of these issues. A lot of these issues sometimes are just created by our minds and our emotions. We don't have to really believe in our minds all the time. Because really, when you look at other human beings, despite all the crises and challenges, and they have been able to accomplish more, to achieve more, to bounce back and rise. Despite all the limitations, despite circumstance. And it's because once we've been able to iron out all of the issues in our minds and hearts that are tangled together, we'll notice that in reality there is nothing to fix in us. We are not a problem. We are actually full of skill, competence, hidden gifts as a human being. We are very precious. There's so much brilliance within us. They say that most human beings are very underutilized, just using up such a little fraction of what we can potentially do and be. So just relax. Everything will be okay. We just tell ourselves we can do it. We can rise. And we've done it before. Take an inhale. Slowly energize the hands. Place the bolsters aside and then make your way to just gently lie down on your back. Rest for a few moments. Rest the hips, rest the legs. You can place your hands where you feel tension and use the energy from the palm of your hands to try to direct healing powers into those tissues that we worked on. Can you please bend your knees, hug the knees to your chest? Can you bring the knees closer to the armpits? Can you point the feet towards the ceiling? Can your hands grab either the shins, the ankles, or the outside of your feet? Come into your happy baby pose. Try to relax the face, relax the neck, relax the shoulders. You can move from side to side. Feel the stress, the stretch on the inner groin. Slowly release your happy baby. Hug the knees to your chest. Can you raise your right arm up? Slowly allow the knees to come down on the right side. And use your right arm as your pillow. Just rest here for a few moments. Allow your spine to round. Just tune in. Feel that awareness. Immerse yourself in deep silence, stillness. In this practice, can you use your right hand? Slowly push your body and come up. You okay, Pepper? Place the hands on the mat. Come onto your all fours. Can you step the left foot in between your hands? Can you try to move your knees further back? If a prop helped earlier, you can place a prop under your left hip. You can also slowly come up and place your hands on the left knee. Feel the stretch and the stress in front of the right hip. There are various ways to go about it. You can also place blocks under your hands, support your hands, with or without that prop under the left hip. Depends how you can feel and gain from being here. Just relax the face, relax the shoulders. Try to re-examine your motivations. Try to re-examine your desires. Try to do a checkpoint on how you feel. It's always good to check in on ourselves, to adjust when needed, to pivot, to feel. Slowly now, can you try to place your hands on the mat? You can remove the block under the left hip. We'll gently come down on our forearms, come into this gecko dragon. If you used props earlier, you can try to pull them again closer to you, your bolsters, to support your right hip, to support your chest. The body. You can add as many props as you need. You can support your forehead, Try to cushion the challenge of this dragon pose. I know it's not comfortable, but just try to be thankful for being able to do this today. Being able to improve circulation on the hips, stretch the legs, try to make our tissues feel important by stressing them, by using them. One of the healthiest emotions is gratitude. So it's good to be thankful with everything that the present moment is bringing us. When we are thankful, we discover what's good. We recognize what's good. We acknowledge what is good. And then it multiplies. We tend to see more miracles happening in our lives. We see a lot more things that we should be thankful for. Conscious, deliberate activity is always better in everything that we do. That guided motivation so that you're able to evaluate where you are and determine where you want to go. It's good to always do that constant examination. And always, as we go through that journey, have that thankfulness in our hearts. Any small progress is something that we should celebrate. Efforts that we put in, outcomes that we have achieved. Slowly place your hands on the mat, energize the hands, walk the hands closer to you. Can you push the bolster forward and up? Place both hands on the mat as you walk your left hand behind the right hand. Walk the left foot behind the right hand. Try to rest the left leg in front of you. Try to move the right leg as far back as you can. Come down on your hands, come down on your forearms. Try to rest your chest, rest the head on the bolster. Come into this sleeping swan pose as we apply stress to the outside of your left hip. Just relax. Just soften. Feel the difference on this left hip compared to the right. Notice the sensations in your body. If you're collapsing to the left side, try to bring yourself more to the right. You don't want to be collapsing. If you need to, you can support your left hip with a prop. But try to introduce softness on the feet, the legs, the groin, your back, the shoulders, the neck, the face. It's like you're receiving a massage. You're the giver and you're also the receiver of these deep sensations. It's believed by the Chinese yogis that aside from tissues, we're also able to energize our Chinese meridians that pass through our tissues to improve our organ health. to improve the circulation, the flow of energy within us. And that explains the relaxing effect, the afterglow that Yin Yoga practitioners feel after a Yin Yoga session. Slowly walk the hands closer to you. We're going to prop ourselves up. Can you lean on the left hip as you gently swing the right leg forward? And then we'll make our way to just rest for a few moments on our back. Rest the spine, rest the hips, rest the legs. Feel the flow of energy in your body. Notice your breath. Notice the heartbeat. Enjoy being here, resting in awareness. Connecting to the voice within you. Just relaxing. When you're able to connect and reconnect within, you're able to know your strengths. And then you can bring those strengths to the right court. Imagine a basketball player spending his time on a volleyball court, getting bored, not succeeding, not doing well, being so unhappy. So it's good to be deliberate in using our strengths. We are co-creators. We are channels of expression in the world. Ideally, as we connect within, we're able to express our authentic selves through our work, through what we do, through how we live our lives, and how we are as human beings. Can you try to bend the knees, step the feet on the mat as wide as you can, and we'll windshield wiper the knees from side to side. And then can you bend your knees, hug the knees to your chest. We'll slowly bring our knees down to the right side. We will come into a twist. Can you bring your arms out to the sides? Allow the knees to gently come down on the right. You can also place a bolster or a prop in between the knees, in between the legs. You can gaze towards the left or towards the ceiling. Enjoy this twist. Enjoy this moment. Enjoy the introspection. When we discover strengths in our lives, what we are strong at, what we enjoy, these are indicators also of our purpose. Because we were blessed with these strengths for a reason. How we can be instruments of hope, of love, of inspiration. You can bring your arms up overhead. We can try to use our strengths to uplift other human beings. So a lot will really be gained when we connect within. when we are true to ourselves. Try to relax your feet. Try to relax your legs. Try to soften the groin. Try to relax the belly, the chest, the shoulders and arms. Majority of who you are is a result of your habits. What you do consciously or unconsciously, ideally deliberately. Deliberately we use these talents, we use these gifts in our daily moments in life. Ideally, with good intention, we choose the right habits. And as we continue to practice these right habits, these good things, it becomes us. Slowly bring the arms beside you. Gently bring the knees back to center. Hug the knees to your chest. You can transfer the props over to the left side. Enjoy this moment hugging your body. And then when you're ready, gently bring the knees down to the left side. You can adjust the hips. You can place a prop in between the knees. You can bring the arms out to the sides. You can gaze towards the ceiling or towards the right shoulder. And just rest here in the present moment, intentionally relaxing, intentionally releasing. You can bring your arms up and overhead. You can feel the stretch on the whole right side of your body. Just breathe. Just feel. Just be fully here in the present moment. Slowly bring the arms beside you. Bring the knees back to center. Hug the knees to the chest. And when you're ready, extend your legs. Place your feet as wide as your mat. Your arms are beside you. Your palms are facing up. we take a rest in what we call in yoga our savasana. Slowly bring awareness back. Can you introduce movements to your fingers and toes? Can you rotate your ankles and wrists? Can you gently bring your arms up overhead, bring the legs together, point the toes. Give yourself a nice long stretch. Feel the rib cage flare. Can you bend your knees and hug the knees to your chest? Can you bring your left arm up? Allow the knees to come down on the left side. Use your left arm as your pillow. Allow your spine to round. When you're ready, use your right hand. Slowly push your body to come up. We'll face front. To a checkpoint. Compare your point B to your point A when we started. Can you place the palms together in front of you? Rub the palms. Create that heat. Can you place the palms on top of your eyes and inhale through the nose? And exhale through the mouth. Can you do that again? Rub the palms together vigorously. Create that heat. Place the warm palms of our hands on top of our eyes, on top of our face, and we'll inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Last one here, rub the palms together again. This time we're going to inhale and exhale through the nose. Place the palms on top of your eyes. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. You can place your palms together in heart center, or on top of the thighs or knees. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. It's always an honor. The light in me bows down to the light in you. I wish you an abundance of health, wealth, happiness, peace, love, joy, positivity, all the good things to flow into your hearts, into your lives, into your homes. Please stay safe. Please stay strong. Namaste.